How's that kicker competition kind of going at this point?
So right now, Luis Rodriguez, who's new from College of the Canyons, he kicked at COC as a freshman. So he has 3 years eligibility in a red shirt. He's new, and some of the other guys have some minor injury things, so he's been the most available, is the way I would word that. He's got the most reps, and he's done a really nice job establishing himself here. Not that he's won anything yet, but he's off to a good start, and he's been the most available. That's the truth.
What about Cub? What does he bring to the table?
Cub, we got a good look at Cub before he had the injury and he's going to be out for a while, and that was the impetus to bring in Luis. But really talented, really good mental makeup, competitive makeup. So like him a lot and hope he recovers quickly. But liked what we saw out of him for sure.
Noticed Leighton Simmering was also non-participant today. He'll be all right.
He will be all right. He's just got, and I know you have all worked a long time, some longer than others in this profession. So I'm not trying to be condescending here, but kickers and punters use a part of their body that is so isolated than the rest of their body. There's just a lot of wear and tear in that area. So when they're a little bit out, usually it's minor, but it's, if you get sore in your adductor groin area, it's hard to kick. So yeah, he was clearly a non-participant. So yeah, we're trying to get him back, and he's working with our OPT team to get back as soon as he can.
Do you like having one guy handle everything in the kicking area, or do you like having a kickoff guy, a place kicker, even maybe an extra point guy? How do you handle all that?
Not that the rest of the questions weren't good. That's a good question. So the old saying, jack of all trades, master of none, applies a little bit. But to develop depth, you need to have guys that have place kicking, kickoff, and punting, and holding. All of those things you'd love for everyone on your roster to be able to do. But at the end of the day, I do like it when there is a clear kicker, punter, holder, and snapper. And the backups feel like they are 1B, not 2. So, and here's the reason. When you're a specialist, there's really, for example, offensive and defensive football. I have a corner that's having a hard time running with receiver X we're playing in man coverage. It could be, hey, we're going to play a little zone and try to help you out. Or, man, we can't run the ball on this defense, so let's start using some quick game. And I'm not talking about K-State, I'm talking about football in general. You can help players out with calls. Specialists, you're out there. There's no scheme call where we don't have to snap it, hold it, kick it, snap it, protect, and punt it. They're out there, and they got to perform that. And with that comes support. And probably my biggest job is for these guys to feel like I've got their back, this team has their back, but also we got to perform. And they understand that. So when there's a guy that's a clear-cut starter, you can get behind him, and when he feels like he doesn't have to do everything himself by developing good backups, that's good. And then with the backups, whether it's feeling pressure or whatnot, they're kind of in the role, hey man, if something happens to this guy, then just get in there, you'll be fine. But it's not, if they have to think, I'm the kicker, I'm the punter, I'm the snapper, and I feel like they get too widespread, so to speak. And so guys that can do all three, great, whatever. When I say all three, I mean kickoff, punt, and place kick. So if that answers your question, the more defined it is, the more you can support and get behind a person, and then train the rest of them what their role is.
The expectation this year is Dylan Edwards is going to have a bigger role in the backfield. Do you have to pull him back a little bit off of special teams?
You know what? I have used that analogy in my past, that when you get a really good special teams returner or cover player, programmatically you want those guys to, in essence, graduate to offense or defense, and you're happy for them. They're starters, and then you develop the next guy. But man, when you got a really good one, and you know it might be the best thing for the team to not have as much wear and tear on them, then we're going to do what we got to do with the team. And I learned a long time ago, when you coach special teams, that one of our 4 core pillars here is selflessness, and this is not coach speak. It really applies to coaching special teams, because sometimes you will field guys that you trust, but the fans may not know who they are, but we don't put them out there if we don't trust them. But it's a roster management in getting the best guys you can have on special teams, and also take care of the offensive and defensive guys with providing them with the best talent they can have. So it's just a balance. But I'm used to, and I'm comfortable with having good players move to a bigger role on offense and then have to develop. But that's part of the thing I really like about special teams, is you developing the in essence, the younger or the bottom third of your roster, or the bottom half of your roster, and see those guys get confident and grow. They may get benched on offense or defense, and hey, we're playing special teams, isn't this going to be fun, right? But if I can help them, yeah, it is, man, this is great, and then they maybe get their confidence back and get plugged back in on O or D, that's all a piece of it, and I really enjoy that piece of it.
Who is looking at handling the return duties kickoff and punt?
Yes, so we, again, got some guys with some minor things. They'll be back soon, but Bryce Nornberg, you've seen in game. Sterling Lockett, you've seen in game. Dylan will certainly be used. How much, we'll see. Montario Elston is capable. We have a bunch, Devon Rice, you've seen in game. And all of these guys, Devon Rice, for example, when we put him in there against Colorado and he had the nice return, if I could have had a GoPro camera on my head and showed you the look on his face before he went out there for that first one, that look is kind of gone now, which, again, seeing guys kind of grow up. But when you watch Devon practice, and I'm not singling him out, but all these guys, Nornberg and him, they've taken steps. Sterling has taken steps, and they're just more comfortable and mature out there, and all those guys have some explosiveness. But Adonis Moyes, Montario Elston are 2 of the young guys that have explosiveness, and you'll see those guys probably showing up on teams and other roles as the year goes.
What do you think Devon has been impressing in practice this preseason?
I think a lot of it is what I stated, and I don't want to speak for the offense, but usually, just like I said, when a kid gets some confidence and their teammates start, and kind of special teams too, when guys see like, oh crap, that was a nice kickoff return, and the older players like, man, maybe that guy's got some talent. It's kind of revealing to the guys on the team, other than, oh, he's over there running the look team or whatnot. So the players feel like, man, that was a nice return, and everyone feels confidence and growth. So I think that just kind of all encompassing, that you just having a more confident player that probably understands his assignments and his role a little more, so they start playing a little faster.
What kind of growth